Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. Today we're going to talk about my top 10 movie villains, and I'm not going to do this the same way as I did in my top 10 TV villains, where I took all from both anime and cartoon as well. I'm only going to do live action this time, and with that out of the way, let's get started. Coming up as number 10 is Calm Candy from Django Unchained. I really love this character, or I rather hate him, because he is a racist through and through. And that is something that Django Unchained really worked well with. He's a well written character, in fact, of how racist he is. And the fact that he has money to do whatever he wants just helps show how much of a threat he really is. He's a villain through and through. He earned his way on this spot, and I only put him on this list because of his racism. Because racism is one of the world's biggest problems. And I don't really like his character that much, but I think he was well written. I think the actor did a well performance, and with all that, he earns his spot as number 10. Coming up as number 10 is Nunes, aka Black Mask from Birds of Prey. I really enjoy Black Mask. He's one of my favorite Batman villains. Some of you will disagree with that, but for me he is. I like his gangster persona, that he really is both a gangster and a businessman. He can do well business, and he can be a real gangster. Those are things that helped his character very well. The thing I didn't like much about it is how much of a whiner he was. But again, he has a bit of a whiner in the comics as well, so I shouldn't be that surprised. But the whiny side of it is the only reason why he's low as number 9, but everything else is pretty well with his character. And I also like that he helped push the plot forward with Harley Quinn. And with all that, he earned his place as number 9. Coming up as number 8 is Hans Gruber from Die Hard. I really enjoy him, not only because he's the original Die Hard villain, but also because of how talented he is. His plan was almost perfect, and as he said, if you steal a little bit of money, you can easily hide away. You steal trillions, and you have to run for the rest of your life because they will never stop looking for you. That is something he knows really well. He's ready to fake his own death to make sure that he's able to use his money and hide away. And that is something I think works really well. He's really deceitful, and his planning is almost perfect. I feel like he does underestimate the hero, but again, that only shows how cocky he can be as well when they come to just one guy. And in overall, I think this was a great villain, and I think he deserved a place at this spot. Coming up at number 7 is Pennywise the Dancing Clown himself. Okay, with that out of my breast, I will say what I like about him now. I like the fact that he's pure evil. There's really no redeeming quality to him. And what I think is most despicable is the fact that he feeds on children and their fare. Yes, I know that he does it because he wants to survive, but it doesn't excuse the fact that he still does it, and especially the children. That is really despicable in my belief and in my thought or whatever. And my point is, he is pure evil. He is evil incarnate, and the fact that he comes from outer space only helps his character even more. I really like the way the Suicide Squad defeat him. Instead of making him feel stronger with fear, they make him feel weaker and by making him feel weaker. I really enjoy that they just say what they mean about him, and that they manage to make him feel so little that they can really destroy him. That is was a great way to destroy him in my art. Most bullies feel like they're big and strong, and if you can feel them small and weak, that is really a great way to defeat the bully. And of course, I feel like Pennywise is a bit of a bully, but come on, he's million times worse. And that is why he's reached the spot of number 7. Coming up at number 6 is Bloodfeld from James Bond. No, he is most definitely my favorite James Bond villain, and I wasn't really sure where I should add him to this list, because I really like him as a character and as a villain. I feel like he does almost everything right. The only mistake I feel he did was that he didn't kill James Bond when he had the chance, but that is not something I really complain about. It's something many of James Bond's films has done, so I don't see this as a problem. I really like how intelligent he is. He's a really good strategist, and he leads his own organization. And many of those tropes help him earn his spot on this list. The only reason I don't put him higher is because I feel those other villains that will come later is much better. But that's not saying that he's not a great villain. He's a very I really like all that he's able to do, and he has earned his spot as number 6. Coming up at number 5 is Lord Voldemort himself. I really think that Voldemort is the best Harry Potter villain because how persistent he is. He's tried to kill a boy, the boy who lived of course, but he never gives up in his quest, and that is something I really can appreciate. He's always trying to prove his power by killing that boy, since that boy is the one that he couldn't kill before. And that is something that shows how intimidating he can be. He don't want to quit, and he has the power to actually do it as well. We've seen how powerful he is multiple times, and he also a pretty good leader. Good is not the right word. He's a great leader in an evil way. He knows how to inspire fear in his followers, and he knows how to earn their loyalty. Even though some people may have betrayed him throughout the series, he's still a really powerful person. He's still feared, and that is proven by so that people don't even have the courage to say his name. That shows how much fear he was able to bring into people, and all that in common has earned his place as number 5. Coming up as number 4 is Loki, the trickster god himself from Marvel Cinematic Universe. Loki is perhaps my second favorite Marvel hero, and the fact that he is on this list is enough to prove that. I really like how Loki was able to manipulate people at the start of the MCU. I really like how he tricked Thor, and he was a really great threat against the Avengers. Of course, he did lose, but I think his best quality was his redemption arc throughout the MCU. I really like how he was first a villain, then he was managed to be redeemed at the end of the MCU. He was killed, of course, and he brought back in his old show, but I really like the fact that he is an intelligent villain. The fact that he tricked Thor into exile, the fact that he tricked Odin into exiling Thor, shows how much he was able to use everyone around him. Even the voice tree didn't really suspect a thing before he start telling them. And that, plus the other reasons, is the reason why coming up as number 4. Coming up at number 3 is Joker from Dark Knight. I really like Joker from the Dark Knight because he's chaos incarnate. He has no redeeming quality, even though he's still a human. He's evil, and you can see it throughout the movie. He blow up a hospital. He turned one of Batman's allies onto an enemy and got fear around Gotham. He really did everything, and he did it all in an intelligent way. He wasn't just scarred fear and chaos by just killing people. He was intelligent, and that is something that make him stand out of all the others who played the Joker in media. He was really intelligent, and he really pulled things off. I'm not saying that other Jokers in other medias haven't been intelligent before, but I feel Heath Ledger's Joker did it much better. I really liked him. I like that he has an evil father, and at the start of the movie we see how he was able to use people to no end, and that is the reason why I want to add him as number 3. Coming up as number 2 is the villain of the Infinity Saga, Thanos himself, the Mad Titan. I really think that Thanos is by far the best MCU villain by now, and that's because in reality he believes that he's the hero. He started up in Avenger in a post-credit scene. He had a small role in Guardian of the Galaxy and a post-credit scene in Avenger Age of Ultron, and then he come out in Avenger Infinity War, where he was a real threat. He was actually the main character of that movie, if you really think about it. The heroes really had the real struggle against him, and once he had 5 Infinity Stones, there really was no hope for the heroes to beat him. And he succeeded his goal in wiping out half the universe. And the thing is, he believed he was doing the right thing. That is the reason why I feel like he earns a place on this list. He, in his own mind, thinks he's the hero, creating balance in the universe. And often the best villains are the ones that think they're the hero. And Thanos is a prime example of that. And that's one of the reasons he's earned his place at number 2. Coming up as number 1 is Darth Vader himself. Darth Vader is by far the best Star Wars villain in my opinion, and I'm gonna tell you why. The fact that he is the best villain and some of the reasons have just been added in later movies. Let's see the first. At the original trilogy, it was already my favorite Star Wars villain by how intimidating he was and powerful. And then you have the sequel trilogy, in my opinion, help understand his character more. He starts out as a hero that wants to do the right thing, but then he becomes a bit power hungry because he wants to save his wife. And that is something I think many people can relate to. And he believes that I think he still believes he's the hero. Oh, doing the right thing. After all, he become a Darth Vader, and he still had his feeling for his wife Padme. I also like the fact that he was trying to have Luke join him, and that in the end he saved his son from the evil Emperor, causing his life in the process. That is a very touching redemption arc right there. and it's one of the many reasons he's earned his place as number one. Other thing I want to say is how skilled he was with the lightsaber, and then how skilled he was with the Force. You see that he can inspire fear just by being in the presence of others. And with all this together, his power, his fall to the evil, and then his redemption helps earn his place as number one. And that's my list. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Let me know in the comment section down below. And if you like, share, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.